We're going to bring you something a little bit different today. We've got the Northwestern State soccer assistants. On your right is second-year assistant Emily Morphitis. On your left is assistant Chris Early. Emily, we're going to start with you. You coach the goalkeepers. A college goalie at Hofstra yourself. What's it been like to prepare multiple goalkeepers to play at a high level this year in Alex Latham and Rick Burbanner?
It's been a great start to the year. It's definitely been a learning experience for myself, having just come from being a student athlete, but I think that also gives me a lot of positives in terms of being able to relate to them and what they're going through and being able to kind of guide them through this college process. I had them all last year, so it's been awesome to see their growth, from this time last year. For example, if we look at Alex's kicking this time last year, and to see the kind of development she's had with it, and it's now one of her strengths, which I think if you ask her, she wouldn't have said that, which is great. And then you've got Brooke coming back from injury. She's really kind of, pushed Alex to the wire and ended up splitting time. They both deserve to play, and they're really, really shining. And Cadence as well. She was out injured last year. She took a red shirt. She's battling more health and injury issues, but she's, we're all out here. We're out half an hour early before practice, and we're really trying to, make each other better. We've got, it's a very individual position, and, you've got three girls fighting for one spot, but, they are close, and then we've got this tight, goalie family that we rely on each other to kind of bring out the best in each other. And, the girls bring different things to the table, which is great. Brooke, she's got great energy, and she's got a great personality and humour. Alex, she's kind of more serious, but when she does open up, they really do bounce off each other well. And Cadence is just there for her one-liners, and it works well. Where it's a good group, and we've gelled really well over the past year and a half.
Chris, you've come on and taken on a lot of young attackers, young strikers, and a pretty young midfield, with the exception of senior Cassandra Briscoe. What's it been like getting those girls to gel early and creating those chances throughout the early part of the season?
Yeah, I think the younger forwards and midfielders are really starting to come into their own and get adjusted to the speed of play of college soccer, which it's always difficult coming in as a freshman and really learning the speed of play and getting to know it, and like you said, create those chances. But they're really starting to find their own. What's really impressed me is the likes of Cassandra Briscoe and some of the more seasoned forwards and midfielders, and their dedication and their willingness to come in early and work at their weaknesses. Which there have been some, but they've really come in and worked extra hard, put in the extra hours, and they're really starting to come together as a group, which it's fun to watch.
We're going to get to know each of you a little bit better. Emily, from London, England. Hofstra is in Long Island, of course, was a suburb of New York.
It's on Long Island, Matt.
Excuse me. On Long Island, of course, New York City. Now you're in Natchitoches, Louisiana, the best small town in America, voted by USA Today. What's that transition been like for you?
It was rough to begin with. It definitely was. I remember getting off the plane in pre-season last year, and I could have happily got back straight on it to go home. I was sweating. I got outside and I was struggling. I probably spent more time sitting down last pre-season than actually coaching. I really didn't do well with the heat change. But I stayed here this summer, getting myself used to this brutal humidity that Louisiana has to offer. I've got used to the small town aspect. London and New York are huge cities that have got thousands and thousands of people in it. But now I'm now seeing the same people, which I've never done that before. You go down the street and people are waving at you. That you have no idea who they are, but that kind of southern hospitality is something that I wasn't accustomed to. But I've really enjoyed it, and the slower pace, I've got used to it, and I kind of like that too. So it's definitely been a change for me, but it's been a positive change. It's definitely helped me kind of grow as a person.
Chris, you're coming from Minnesota. You graduated from the University of Iowa, so you've certainly got plenty of the Midwest to you. What's it like transitioning to Louisiana yourself?
Yeah, I come from a small town in Minnesota, a little bit closer to the big cities, but I love small town feel. So that part hasn't been tough getting used to. The weather has been a little bit tougher to adjust to. I'm used to definitely sweatshirt and shorts weather at this time of year, but I'm out here, standing here, and I can already feel sweat coming off my forehead just standing here. So that's been definitely something I'm trying to adjust to, but I love it here. It's I get to be out here every day, and it's truly living the dream for me, and it's fun.
Now, y'all been around each other a lot by now. You have developed a pretty handy English accent there, Chris. What share that with us, and what is that like, y'all's relationship with each other?
Right. Well, I've been able to get a pretty good English accent here from listening to this last year, but we're still trying to work on her northern accent and get some of that Minnesota stuff going, right?
Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Right.
Accents is not my forte. I don't have the ear for them. Some people do, some people don't.
Right. They
That's the way
can't
she
all be
goes.
as talented as I can, right?
Right.
Oh, lay.
Thank y'all very much.
Thanks, man.
Thanks.